All right, everyone, we are back for take two. Let's pray to fuck that this is a lot smoother than the previous stream was. My God. I'm literally hardwired into my router now, so if this doesn't work, this is all on Milestone. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. All right, so we're just waiting for our boys to all file in here and get back up and ready. So again, this is going to be a triple crown. 12-minute plus 1 lap motos for the win here at round 3 of AOSX Pro Custom Track Series from AOSX Monaco by yours truly. And I may just jump out my window if it ends up being just as laggy as the B-main was in the previous stream. But I did receive confirmation that it wasn't laggy for the guys in the race. So it was just the stream. I'm not in a chat party. I just hardwired directly into my modem. So if this doesn't work, then I'm just going to freaking hang myself. Just kidding. All right, so we're just waiting for Axis to get ready here. Hopefully, let's pray that things work out a little bit better here. So we got collisions on, advanced, custom tracks on. We got the right track, triple crown, realistic 450, no qualifying. All right, we're good. So fingers crossed, y'all. Let's hope that this is much better. So at least those of us watching here can participate somewhat in the race here. But again, this is going to be a really, really strong night of racing here. Again, we got Axis, your top qualifier, with a 108.9. Slurp right behind with a 109.3. And then 7 riders in the 110. So going to be some close racing, at least in the mid-pack. And again, 3 motos, so plenty of time. So let's go ahead and drop the gate. And fingers crossed, let's hope for a good lag-free moto. Crazy Caden, absolutely. We have our amateur class on Mondays, and then the pro class, obviously, right now, Friday evenings at 8 Eastern. You're free to sign up. If you're an amateur rider, you can race both, but pros obviously cannot race the M class. They have to stick with the pro class. So again, this is our first of 3 motos here in our Triple Crown format for AOSX. Yeah, Crazy Caden, go to our AOSX Instagram. There's a sign-up link in our Linktree bio. You can sign up for both races. Again, our amateur round 4 race will be on Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. Track drops about an hour before the race. And all right, we're ready to go. Aside from Cheeto Pan, we're just waiting on him to ready up here. We'll get up and running. Again, this is our first of 3 motos. Prediction for top 5, Twister. Let's see. I'm going to go with Axis winning, Slurp second, Squally third, Hockey fourth, and I'm going to say Charlie QX44 gets fifth. So Charlie's going to be my surprise finish tonight, getting top 5 points. All right, we're ready to go. All right, we're going to stay on Axis here with his 4th of July kit. Oh, I never noticed that they got the sound back. My God. All right, so it looks like, I don't want to jinx it, but it looks like the connection is much better. Just your normal stupid lag from the race director. But look at this. Charlie QX44 with another amazing start. We were in a practice lobby earlier, and he hole shot, I believe, almost all the motos we were in. So, strong start from Charlie here. Slurp right on his rear fender, though, in second. We got Hockey, Drew, and Windex. Look at Windex making the inside pass on Hockey. We're going 3 wide over the triple. That is not going to end well for these guys. Axis forces these two, and Hockey with a great square up. And he's going to get a 2 for here unless Axis gets the drive. Hockey is going to be nice, though, and let him over. And he cases the finish somehow. My God, Hockey. And Dizzle gets right by him. But up front, Charlie QX44 is your race leader through the first lap as we enter the first official lap. Slurp right on him is second. Hockey Drew in third. R Dizzle fourth. Yoshimura fifth. Windex and Axe is right there on him in sixth, seventh, and eighth with Cheeto Pan. Talon 214. Travis Squale buried right now 11th. And Parker bringing up the rear in 12th. So we got quite a pack of 5 riders here from 5th to 9th, led by Axis. He's at the front of this freight train right now. And a very tight technical track here. Let's see how they get through this. A couple of different line variations there. You can go step on, step off there, or you can step over the table and triple your way into the corner. Both of them are pretty solid lines, but from what I hear from the fast guys, on the table is the fast line. We're going to move up here to Axis now. He has broken away from that pack a little bit here, and he sets his eyes on Hockey Drew and Dizzle for third and fourth. And let's see how they all send it here. This is probably my favorite part of the track, because you can just send it, and you can immediately Corey technique into the turn there. They all get through clean, though. Good to see it. Again, you don't want to make anything too aggressive early on, especially since this is the first of 3 motos. Ooh, Axis with a fantastic square up on our Dizzle there. Moves himself into fourth. Let's see how Dizzle responds, if at all. Or will Axis now break free and set his eyes on Hockey Drew? Axis makes a mistake, and Dizzle gets right back up on his rear. So let's see how Dizzle hits his whoop section, and Yoshimura now, with a fantastic drive through the whoop section, pulls up right on the rear of Axis and our Dizzle. They each take a different line through the rhythm section there. All come out pretty even there. And Dizzle right there on Axis. He is not letting that position go without a fight. You love to see it. But up front, looks like Slurp has passed Charlie QX44 for the lead, and he has put a bit of a gap already. So he is looking to make quick work of this main event, first of 3 main events, I should say, in our Triple Crown, and get the upper hand on Axis right now. Which again, folks, Slurp is the only man so far in SX4 to dethrone Axis at an AOSX event. So Slurp, he knows he can beat him, and obviously when he has a bit of a gap there in the lead and Axis is stuck behind 2 very fast riders, that's good news for Slurp. All he has to do is really just put in a couple of strong laps in there and not make too many mistakes. Axis, though, with a huge run there in the in the rhythm section, bumps into Hockey Drew, his teammate there on the G Fuel racing bike. We got a 3-way battle right now for second, third, and fourth between Charlie, Hockey Drew, and Axis. And Hockey Drew, with a fantastic wheelie scrub, makes the pass, aggressive on Charlie, moves himself into second place. Charlie on that G Fuel sandwich right now between them, but he makes a mistake, and Axis is going to go by on the outside. Gets a really strong run over that triple into the final whoop section as they hit the finish line. So Charlie falls from first to fourth. Our Dizzle right there looking to make him fall back into fifth now, and then we got Yoshimura right there as well in sixth. So we got third, fourth, fifth, and sixth all right here bunched together. And then we also have another pack of riders right here, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th, led by Parker, Travis, Windex, and Squale. So again, Squale is buried right now. Squale wants to be up at the front, battling with the top pack there. Obviously, he has the speed for that. And, I don't know what happened there. It looks like Windex maybe wiped it out there. Twister, AOSX Monaco was built by me. I built all the tracks of the Pro Series aside from Vegas and Kansas City. Those 2 were made by T-Death. But yeah, the rest of the tracks were made by yours truly. And we're going to go back up to this battle here in 6th. We're going to be on board with Yoshimura. He is currently chasing down Charlie. So it looks like Dizzle made the pass on Charlie QX44 into 5th. Or into 4th, and so does Yoshimura. Wow, what a great run through the whoop section by Yoshimura there. Moves himself into the top 5. Charlie falls out of the top 5 into 6th right now. So again, a very strong group of riders here in 4th, 5th, and 6th. One mistake and you can easily fall all the way off the pace there. Hockey Drew, though, has fallen back into third, and Axis now has moved himself into second, has clear track as he looks to put a charge on to hunt down Umslurp as we just passed the halfway mark of Moto 1 of our Triple Crown here tonight. Again, this is round 3 of AOSX Pro Series. We are at AOSX Monaco. So unlike Monaco and F1, this is a little more open, more of a line variation to choose from. Makes it a little easier for some passes. But Slurp right now with a solid 4 to 5 second lead on Axis at this moment. Axis up Slurp by 0.4 of a second in qualifying. So Axis obviously has the upper hand on the speed. But with this much of a gap right now, is it enough if Slurp continues to ride a flawless race? Will it be enough? Will Axis potentially ride a little too hard and make a mistake? You never know. We'll see how things play out here, but we're going to go back up here and watch this battle right now. Again, we have Yoshimura, Charlie, and Dizzle swapping back and forth here from 4th through 6th. You love to see these guys battling here. Good, clean battle right now. For the most part. Oh! And Charlie QX with a very aggressive block pass, but clean on Yoshimura. Pushed him out of the way right there and took the position right from him, but Dizzle gets the better of him right there and picks up Yoshimura. Oh! Yoshimura 2 for 1 there. What a run through the rhythm section by Yoshi. He moves himself back into 4th and puts a gap there between himself and Charlie. It looks like Dizzle made a mistake there entering the whoop section or may have gone off the track. And that allows Parker and Squale, finally Squale from the depths of hell, finally back up here in striking range of at least a top 5. At this point, he can still get 3rd, I believe. It would be hard to get 3rd at this point, but 4th place is definitely within reach for Squale if he, again, puts it together and he can make quick work of these guys. Try to salvage some points here tonight, at least in the first moto. Again, this is a 3-moto race, but obviously you don't want to... You'd much rather start with a good start than have to climb back and hope for others to make mistakes. But again, Squale on that Press X racing bike. The lone Frenchman here tonight, I believe. Tommy Wack, his teammate, unfortunately not racing with us tonight, and a couple of the others are not with us as well. So Squale holding down the fort for Europe tonight. Well, I should say that. I shouldn't say that. Yoshi as well. Just not French. And Squale has moved himself into 7th. Our Dizzle makes another mistake in the same part of the track as he did 2 laps ago, so not friendly for him. We got Travis, QX9, and Talon 214 right now battling for 9th. Ooh, they make contact there, but nothing much you can do there. We're going to go back up front and check in on the leaders. We got Umslurp hitting the Supercross triple right now. Axis right there. So Axis has cut the gap in half there. But again, since the last time we peeked in, about 2.5 minutes have gone by. So again, at this rate, it's going to be close. Axis with this pace will be on Slurp's fender here, probably as we hit the white flag. Again, assuming both riders don't make mistakes and continue on with their normal pace. Obviously, we know Slurp and Axis both have top speed. Axis is the more consistent of the 2 riders. But we'll see where their top speed maxes out and how the pressure starts to build there. Hockey Drew right now riding his own race. He's about 5 or 6 seconds behind Axis. And then he's got about 5 or 6 seconds on Yoshimura right now, who's again holding down the fort right now in 4th with a fantastic ride. Charlie right there though in 5th. He was my my wild card prediction, top 5, and here he is. Currently holding that spot down in 5th. Squale has made the move into 6th, so he got by Parker. And now it's going to be tough. But he may have a shot at Yoshi and Charlie if they both make mistakes battling with each other. That could allow him to move up on them. Oh, and as I say that, Yoshimura goes down, so it looks like he sent it a little too hard on the finish line, on the bridge jump, and took himself out, so Charlie moves into 4th. Yoshimura falls back into 5th, so again, that lets Squale creep right back up there. Yeah, and yeah, Tommy Wack, unfortunately, I guess due to real life situations there, is unable to race anymore, or at least this week. I don't know if that's a permanent thing or not. We do obviously hope Tommy rejoins us at some point here in the series, hopefully next week for round 4. So with Slurp coming to the finish line here, we're going to have 2 to go here. So Slurp has about, let's see, about a 3.5-second lead on Axis. So one crash, literally just one crash, will put Axis right back up on him. So we're going to stay on board with Axis here for a second. Well, actually, you know what? Let's go back over here. No, I'm sorry. Parker 6th, Squally in 5th. Charlie, oh man, what happened to Yoshimura? Man. So Yoshimura was in 4th place 2 minutes ago, and he has fallen right off the pace, and he's back into 8th now. So you hate to see that for him. Unfortunate ride for him there. Hopefully he can rebound in Moto 2. Talon's in 9th. Cheeto Pan up into 10th. Travis and then Windex rounding out the field right now. Lap traffic will not be an issue from the looks of it here, as Slurp is going around the sand section here, hitting the Dragons back into the 2nd Supercross triple. And for Slurp, again, he's going to hold on for dear life here. He has one more lap to go as he's going to take the white flag of Moto 1 here of our Triple Crown. Final lap here. So Slurp in first. Axis doing all he can. He's going to have to put in a burner to catch him here and hope for a mistake. He's currently in 2nd. So these are the only 2 right now in contention for this win. Hockey Drew is about 10, 12 seconds behind these guys in 3rd. But he's right there. Axis can smell it. Let's see how Slurp handles the pressure. Axis going to the inside there. Interesting. I wasn't sure if that was a viable line or not, but if he's taking it, then clearly it is, right? So Axis gets a decent run through that rhythm section and pulls up a little bit on Slurp, but again, Slurp's still with about a 2.5-second gap on Axis right now. So at this point, he just has to stay on 2 wheels and bring it home, and he will be your Moto 1 winner and have that red plate going into Moto 2. Well, not technically, but, you know, the quote-unquote red plate of the Triple Crown. And your Moto 1 winner will be Slurp. So he takes home Moto 1's win. Axis will come home in 2nd. Hockey Drew coming around. He will finish 3rd. So a great start to the Triple Crown for Hockey Drew. Puts himself in good contention there. Charlie QX44 will come home in 4th as long as he stays on 2 wheels here. Squale with a solid rebound. He was buried. He was in 5th. He'll come home in 5th. Parker in 6th, Yoshimura in 7th, R Dizzle in 8th, Talon will come home 9th, Cheeto Pan in 10th, L Windex 11th, and then Travis rounding out our riders here. Yeah, Guerrilla Gaming, this is AOSX, Advanced Online Supercross. Go check us out on Instagram, AOSX_series. We are the premier league on the PlayStation series, currently on PlayStation 4. We will be on PlayStation 5 for Supercross 5 next year. But again, congratulations to Slurp with a 109.5 here as his heater. Axis with a 109, 118. Fastest lap of the race. He comes home in 2nd. Hockey Drew in 3rd. So it's a G Fuel sweep of the podium in Moto 1. Charlie QX44 and Squale rounding out the top 5. So great action in Moto 1. So Slurp, once again, the only man to be able to knock Axis off the throne so far in AOSX. We'll see how Moto 2 goes. He was beneficial of a very, very strong start, and Axis was buried there. But again, in 12 laps, in 12 minutes, it's not as much time, obviously, to make up as a 20-minute moto. All right, and our boys will now go ahead and grab some water, grab some beer, grab some whatever they want, and regroup here as we hit Moto 2. All right, so Moto 2 ready to rock here again. Moto 2 of 3 for our Triple Crown, our first of 3 Triple Crowns on the season. This is from AOSX Monaco. And it looks like our boys are all but ready, except for Talon 214. We're just waiting on him. And then we'll get going. And he's ready. All right, let's do it. All right, we'll go on board with our Moto 1 winner, Slurp. And Axe, oh, this may be dangerous. Cheeto Pan with a fantastic start. Holy mother of God. So Cheeto Pan gets your whole shot. We got Axis, Slurp, and Dizzle in your top 4 as well. This could be dangerous for the rest of the pack. Obviously, you know, when Axis gets a good start, it spells danger for the rest of the pack. But Slurp with a fantastic run makes the pass on Axis, moves himself into 3rd, and then cuts him off, headed into the sand section. Slurp can taste blood. He wants that overall victory. He wants to take home his 2nd AOSX main win after winning our opening round at AOSX Toronto 2 weeks ago. But your first to the finish in Moto 2 will be Cheeto Pan 33. Good job, Cheeto. Slurp cases the finish line a little bit and lets Axis go by on the outside. So Axis now moves himself into 2nd, looks to make quick work of Cheeto Pan and start to check out. Obviously, that's his game plan, and hopes that somebody can get in the middle between himself and Slurp so he has some breathing room headed into Moto 3. And Axis, with the inside move on Cheeto Pan, but Cheeto squares him right back up and takes back the lead. Great racecraft there for both riders. And Slurp is just here hoping that they both take each other out. Slurp goes for the triple-double. The others go for the double-triple. And he gets back by Axis for 2nd place. So great job from Slurp. We got fellow G Fuel rider Parker 7574 right on them as well, waiting to capitalize. So we got a 4-way battle for the lead right now. And G Fuel may all get by Cheeto Pan right now. Oh, and Axis makes the pass on Cheeto into the lead. So now Slurp needs to get by Cheeto immediately and not let Axis get any type of momentum. But then we got Hockey Drew, Charlie, Yoshimura, R Dizzle, L Windex, Talon 214, Travis, and Squale again with another horrific start. So Squale is just not having a good start to his night here. He really needs to make quick work of this and get back into contention. Obviously, we're only 3 minutes into this race, so plenty of time. But he really needs to make quick work of these guys and get back up and moving. But up front, Axis has taken the lead. Slurp has gotten by Cheeto Pan for 2nd. Hockey Drew has got by Parker, actually, who made a mistake, it looks like. So he's now in 4th. So again, the G Fuel boys 1, 2, and 4 right now, looking to take a sweep here of the podium tonight. Parker right now in 5th. Charlie, your 4th place finisher in Moto 1. He's currently holding down 6th with Yoshimura in 7th. Our Dizzle right now on his own, riding his own race in 8th. Then we got Windex, Squale, Talon, and Travis rounding out the rest of our field. But back up front here, well, sort of up front, Hockey Drew has made the pass on Cheeto Pan, and Parker is looking to do the same. He has the inside. Will Cheeto fight back? No, man. So Parker pushes Cheeto a little wide, but at that point, it's on a flat straight. You should be able to let off the gas there. So again, back up front, we got a top 4 G Fuel, 1, 2, 3, 4. We got Axis right now out in front, putting a little bit of a gap between himself and Slurp right now in 2nd. Hockey Drew right behind him, though, waiting to capitalize on a mistake from him. Parker, same thing, with a really good start. He could put in a couple of really strong laps there and put himself in contention for a podium there. Over here, though, we got a 3-way battle. So Cheeto Pan has fallen from 1st all the way to 8th here in the matter of 3 laps. Hate to see that. I feel that pain immensely. Whenever I get a good start, I know it's going to be thrown away by myself. I'm going to choke it away. and it'll just take 2 crashes, and I'm in the back of the pack. Squale, though, has moved himself into the top 10. He's in 9th now, but again, he has this whole section right here of a gap to catch up to 8th, 7th, and 6th, and then he'll have some work to do to catch the rest of the field. Talon 14, though, 214, excuse me, keeping Squale honest right now, so good to see Talon putting in a solid top 10 right here tonight. L Windex about to blast himself off the track, and then we got Travis in the end there. But Axis must have made a mistake because Slurp has actually narrowed the gap a little bit, so he's only about a second and a half behind Axis now, so that's great to see. Slurp knows he can beat Axis now on this track after that Moto 1 win, so hey, confidence is everything, man, I'll tell you. So we'll see what Slurp can do here. If he can put in a charge here and reel Axis in. We're just about halfway right now. Again, these are 12-minute plus 1 lap motos. Slurp holding down second. It says 4 seconds, but that's clearly wrong. Hockey drew about the same exact gap that Slurp has on Axis from him. And Parker not taking the ideal line going out the track there. Our Dizzle, though, he was an 8, so he is making some moves right now, looking to move himself into the top 5. Again, our Dizzle has very good success in the Triple Crown, so if he can rebound after that 7th, 8th place finish in Moto 1, I believe, hopefully, he can rebound there and get a good spot there. But the fight is on right now here, folks. Again, it looks like Axis may have slightly increased his gap on Slurp. So it's still only about 2 seconds, 2.5 tops. So obviously one tiny mistake from Axis, not hitting the rhythm section correctly, or obviously going down, will put Slurp right back on him there. And then again, Hockey Drew as well right there within striking distance in 3rd. So we'll go on board with Slurp here and see what he's doing. We can catch any lines he's taking here. I believe he and Axis are taking pretty much the same line, so it's honestly going to come down to who can execute the best, who can get the stronger wheelie scrub and shave off that time off their laps there. Again, between the two of them, it's only 1/10 of a second separating the two, so every little wheelie scrub, every 10th matters. And they're both going to the inside, so I guess that is the faster line. But we'll go back up here. So our Dizzle and Charlie currently battling it out. Oh, our Dizzle makes a very... Oh! So Dizzle went for the aggressive pass there on Charlie and ended up going down himself. You hate to see that. And that lets Yoshimura creep right back into the picture here for a top 6. So he's right there in 7th looking to strike. Cheeto Pan has found his spot right now in 8th. Looks like he's holding down that position currently. But Squale, here he comes. So the second I said that, here he is. Poor Cheeto Pan may be dropping down another position into 9th. Oh, and Dizzle goes off the track and just kills himself. So Dizzle falls from 7th to 9th right there, loses 2 positions. So that's music to Squale's ears right now as he looks to gain and salvage every point he can right now in this second moto. Again, I believe he came home in 5th, 6th, I'm sorry, in Moto 1 after another terrible start. So obviously he's going to want to capitalize here, pick off Cheeto Pan as soon as he can and set his eyes on Yoshimura and Charlie. But back up front, it looks like Axis. Oh, and that may be all she wrote, unfortunately, for Slurp. That's going to allow Hockey Drew to move up right on him now. So I know Axis is hoping that Hockey Drew makes the pass on Slurp to give him that extra position breathing room headed into the 3rd moto. So the G Fuel teammates again battling it out 1, 2, 3, and 4 with Parker. Don't forget about Parker. He's right there in striking distance as well. And then it's a sizable gap right now to 5th. Yoshimura is currently holding down the 4th and 5th with Charlie in 6th. Cheeto Pan in 7th. And then Squale is still right there on him in 8th. So we got our international group right here, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. And then we have Boston over here, which is a whole world of their own. Oh man, Squally. So it looks like there's some lag again happening here, but it may not be on the rider side of things. Again, if you were tuning in with our B main, you saw quite the spectacle. Let's just leave it at that. So we're going to go, let's see, let's check up on Hockey Drew and Slurp. So it looks like Slurp has put a little bit of a gap on Hockey Drew right now, 4 seconds. So he's got some breathing room, but obviously we know Hockey Drew can put in the laps. One of the fastest, most consistent riders out there in this game on all consoles. So you know he can definitely put in a couple of burners when needed. Yeah, no kidding, Sword. Yeah, Squally found the technique there, hitting it at a negative angle, and he blitzed that whoop section that previous lap. Parker right now looks like he's losing a little bit of touch with Hockey Drew right now, so he's out on his own in 4th. Yoshi right now, same thing as Parker, just in his own world right now in 5th. But damn, we got a battle right here. Oh, so our Dizzle has moved himself into 6th. Cheeto Pan, possibly his new best friend, as he goes flying out the track, is now back into 8th. Squally finally makes the pass on him into 7th. And you know he's going to want to make quick work of our Dizzle and get himself into that top 6. So again, we got Charlie back in 8th, Cheeto 9th, Talon in 10th. So a nice little group of riders there. We got Travis and Windex right now battling it out in 11th and 12th. Again, lap traffic most likely will not be a factor as Axis is coming over the finish line with 35 seconds to go. We're going to have 2 to go here. Obviously, this track with about a 110 average lap time, 110 to 112. We're going to have 2 to go here. And Axis, again, has opened up the lead on Slurp. It's about 7 seconds now or so. Hockey Drew, though, right there on Slurp, still fighting away, trying to reel him in and grab that second place finish in Moto 2. Parker, again, way out there on his own in 4th, Yoshi in 5th. But the good battle here, we got 6th, 7th, and 8th, Squally, Dizzle, and Charlie. Nice little train of riders. We'll stick here and give these guys some love right now. So if all Squally needs is a good start, and he can contend, obviously, for that win. But my God, this poor guy really needs to get it together. Or not say that, but he just needs some luck finally to come in his side. And unfortunately for Squally, he's not known for getting great starts. Just for whatever reason, it just always seems to be his Achilles heel. But obviously, when he gets a start and he's up there at the front, he can run with the best of them. Definitely can be a winning contender there. But let's see. So Slurp right over here. So he's put a bit of a gap on Hockey Drew. So I think Hockey must have made a mistake and gone down. There's really no battle on the track right now, unfortunately. Let's see. Yeah, aside from these guys right now. So we'll stay on our Dizzle right now. Give the Hornet some love over here. Still rocking that KTM. Refuses to move to the Husky. Is that brand loyalty or is that stubbornness? I don't know. You be the judge on that one. But we are in our final lap here as I'm just rambling on like a psychopath. Let's see. Mistakes? Nope. So, Travis, what are you doing here, my guy? So Axis takes home the win in Moto 2. I do not know what Windex and Travis are doing right now. Slurp comes home in 2nd. Hockey Drew in 3rd. And then we're going to have Parker coming home in 4th. Yoshi 5th. Our Dizzle trying to hold on for 6th right now. Oh, Squally must have made a mistake. Obviously he did since he lost a position. So our Dizzle gets back by Squally for 6th. As they come to the finish here, hit the final whoop section. And we may be careful. Yep, so Dizzle will come home in 6th. Squally 7th. Charlie 8th. Talon 9th. and Cheeto Pan rounding out your top 10. And Axis with a 108.853 just set a burner there. Fastest lap of the night overall, qualifying included. He ran a 108.9 in qualifying. So Axis sets the pace there. Very strong lap, and everyone else in the 109, 110, 111 range. So close racing all around here tonight. Let's see here. So Hockey Drew faster than Slurp there. So yeah, and then Parker about 7-8 tenths of a second behind them, and then Yoshimura and the rest of the pack down below. Our Dizzle with a really nice 110.256 there, though. All right, and as we head to the final moto, we got a tie atop, folks, between the G Fuel teammates, Slurp and Axis, both with a first and second place finish. Hockey Drew, Mr. Consistency, with a 3-3 right now. Parker holding down fourth with 6-4. Yoshimura, Squally, and Charlie, though, with a three-way tie for fifth. And then our Dizzle's right there in striking distance as well. So this final moto is going to be something to watch. Looking forward to seeing what happens here. All right, so we are ready for the final moto here. Again, this is for all the marbles. Sorry, I don't know what I was doing there. We are ready to go here. Again, we're at our final moto. Again, this is going to be 12 minutes plus one lap. Axis and Slurp in a dead heat right now. They each won a moto. Slurp won Moto 1, Axis won Moto 2. So obviously, basic math comes into play here. Whoever wins this one wins the overall. And we are ready to go. Our boys are lined up, readied up. All right, and we're going to go on board here with Axis for the start of Moto 3. Oh, and Talon with a burner start there. Oh, and Axis goes down. Everyone loves to see that if you're trying to go for a win here tonight. But unfortunately, the question is, where is Slurp? He is in fifth right now for all that. No, Slurp goes down. That is not what he wanted there. So we got Talent 214 gets the whole shot, and he is putting a gap on Yoshimura right now. Is he going to clear the triple though? No, he's going to case him. That's going to allow Yoshi to jump over him literally and move himself into the lead. Our Dizzle is in third with Parker right on him in fourth. Will Dizzle close the door on him? Yes, he will. Yoshimura is your first to the finish line in Moto 3. We got a four-rider battle right now. Yoshimura, Talon, our Dizzle, and Parker. Then we got a sizable gap there between Parker and Slurp. And then we got our boys right here battling for the overall. Slurp and Axis buried, quote-unquote, for them in fifth and seventh right now. Will Charlie play a little spoiler here early on and keep Axis at bay? Axis has the inside on him, so it doesn't look like it. And it looks like Charlie's going to give that up without much of a fight. We got Windex in eighth. Hockey Drew, unfortunately, did not get a good start. He is in ninth. Then we got Travis, Cheeto, and Squally. Yet again, my guy. Just another terrible start for Squally. He is buried. But Yoshi up front right now as we're about 2 minutes into our third moto of our Triple Crown here tonight. He is holding off our Dizzle now. Look at this. The Queen Bee himself has moved himself into second and apparently just killed Talon in the process. But Dizzle's going to have to hold on for dear life because he has three G Fuel riders right behind him, including that dastardly traitor Slurp, who left our team for G Fuel because pretty much he's Kevin Durant headed over to the Golden State Warriors. I'm just saying. But man, as I said, Axis goes down, and Slurp now moves himself into third, and Parker right now, what are the team orders? Parker in between Slurp and Axis, and this is literally for the overall right now. These guys are battling it out for. Axis goes triple, double / skim. He makes quick work of Parker. He got the hell out of the way there from the looks of it. And then, oh, here comes Parker, so never mind. Axis shut the door on Parker there. Parker made a great run through the whoop section. Axis knows, though, he has to keep Slurp right there in order to obviously keep his overall hopes alive. As R Dizzle, how do you case that triple, honestly? Anyway, will Dizzle play spoiler here? Does not look like it, because Axis goes by on the outside. What a fantastic move by Axis. And then Parker scrubs the bridge from the looks of it and stays low, gets Dizzle. So G Fuel with a 2-for there on Dizzle. Oh man, it looks like Talon 214 has left the lobby. It looks like a lag out potentially. So again, we got a freight chain right here. We got the G Fuel train, Slurp, Axis, and Parker, second, third, and fourth, looking to hunt down Yoshimura, our current leader, here in Moto 3 of round 3 of AOSX Pro Custom Track Series from AOSX Monaco. Again, I am your host, SX Corey, here finally back after a 2-week hiatus on the stream. We appreciate you guys sticking with us. You know, life gets in the way, things happen, so either way, I'm just glad to be back here in the booth calling the action with you guys here tonight. But it looks like Yoshimura has made a mistake and the battle is on. So we have Slurp and Axis, our 1-2 from Moto 1 and 2, ready to throw down with 7.5 plus a lap to go. Let us see how things go here. And Axis just sends it over the bridge. That is honestly probably my favorite part of all the tracks that I've built, is just being able to send that and hit that turn and Corey technique right into it. So we'll keep track of these guys here in a moment, but we're going to give some love over here. We got Cheeto Pan, Hockey Drew, and Charlie battling it out for 6th. So Hockey Drew is obviously going to want to make quick work. I think for the most part he has 3rd overall wrapped up with the Triple Crown, but obviously, you know, he's a very competitive person. We all want to get the win, so he's going to do everything in his power to get up there. Squall, whoa! I think that was Charlie who sent Cheeto Pan flying. I'm not sure, but if it wasn't, my bad. Whoever deserved it, deserved it. But back up front, we still got Slurp in the lead. Axis with about a second or so trailing. And the two of them have really gapped the rest of the pack. They are in their own world as we hit 6 to go. So we are halfway officially. Plus 1 lap, I guess. So technically not. So we got 1st and 2nd in a heated battle for the overall. Then we got 3rd, 4th, and 5th right now. 3rd and 4th, I should say. I stand corrected. Parker and Dizzle. Our Dizzle looking to get on the podium for the first time this season, even if it's just for the moto. But there's, again, a 3-way battle for 5th overall, and our Dizzle's right now right there on them, so he may have the advantage. So obviously every point matters. I know Dizzle will probably get 5th overall if he's able to make the pass on Parker and have it stick, so we'll keep tabs on that. Then we got Squally finally moving himself into the top 6. We got Yoshimura falling out the pace. You hate to see it. He led our first 2.5, 3 minutes of this moto. So unfortunately for Yoshi, he's headed in the wrong direction. And then Charlie's right there on him. Windex riding his own race. And then we got Cheeto Pan and Travis right now in the back of the field. But Slurp is keeping Axis at bay right now. It's a 1.5 gap between the two G Fuel riders. And then we got Parker and Dizzle. Dizzle doing everything he can to keep it from being a G Fuel sweep on the podium here tonight, at least in Moto 3. Hockey Drew, though, has made his way through the traffic, and he's into the top 5. He's in 5th now, but Squally is right there on him. These two obviously have a lot of history together. Nothing bad, just good rivalry. They're both very close in speed, and they've always been battling it out there together. So, good friendly rivalry between the two. Yoshimura and Charlie again battling it out right now in 7th and 8th. Then we got Windex, Cheeto Pan, and Travis rounding out the rest of the field, and Talon 214 unfortunately disconnected about 2 minutes into the moto. But up front, once again, Slurp and the Axis, the gap has not changed whatsoever. So these guys are matching each other's pace right now. Both hitting that section different. Axis just full sends it. Slurp goes for the scrub, it looks like. And honestly, I mean, the gap doesn't change. Yeah, 1.5 seconds is the gap still. So that was the gap last lap 2. So again, very impressive for Slurp to continue this pace. Oh, and Axis, and Axis with a horseshoe up his ass right now just somehow skims the he skims the freaking tough block and does not go down. Honestly, I would have been decapitated by the tough block if that were me. I do not have that fortune, unfortunately. But that allows Slurp to open up the gap a little bit. He picks up about a tenth or so. Oh, yeah, see, now it's up to 2 seconds. So he picked up half a second there. We'll come back to that here momentarily, but we're going to check out the battle here for 4th between R. Dizzle, Hockey Drew, and Squally. Again, 3 very fast riders. Squally, unfortunately, looks like he's been lagging quite a bit here this evening. So hopefully that doesn't interfere with the riders as we near the finish of this race. But back up front, Axis has closed in on Slurp, so it's down to 0.8 of a second. Axis is right there. He is just on him right now. He knows he has plenty of time. He has about 3 to 4 laps left to make his move. He doesn't have to be aggressive. He doesn't have to force the issue. At this point now, he can just pick his moment, wait for Slurp to make a mistake. And obviously, you don't want to make that pass too early and then have your opponent be able to make that counter move on you, because Slurp obviously has the speed to do that to Axis. Not many do. But Slurp can definitely make a nice rebound there. I hate to not give some love to the rest of the pack here, but you know what? Yeah, just go over there. At least he's off the track right now. I may have to boot him here. Oh, and Axis sends it. He goes to the inside, makes the pass on Umsler. What a pass from Axis. He fully commits there, sends it the bridge jump, and makes the pass on Umsler. Unbelievable. We got 1 minute and 20 seconds left, so there's going to be 2 more laps after this one. Axis has made the move. He sends it and makes the pass for the overall right now. So again, if you're just tuning in, Slurp was your Moto 1 winner. Axis finished 2nd. Axis won Moto 2. Slurp finished 2nd. So this is for all the marbles here. These two battling it out, the G Fuel teammates. You love to see the rivalry. But Axis doing what needs to be done there. Just fully commits there. You love to see the racecraft there from both, and the fact they didn't just send it and take out Slurp as well. They both got through that. I think Slurp saw that coming and checked up. But what does Slurp have left in the tank? Does he have anything to give Axis here? As we're headed with 2 to go here, they will come to the white flag next lap, and Slurp takes a page out of Axis's book and tries to go for that same move. But again, like I mentioned about a minute or 2 on the stream, did Axis strike too soon? Does Slurp have something in him here to reel him down, force a mistake? The tables have turned potentially here. Again, it's only about a half-second gap right now. One tiny mistake in a rhythm section, and Axis loses that lead. They both go for the triple-double. They both get through clean. Slurp actually a little cleaner. And Slurp has had the edge in the whoop section all night. So he does close up a little bit on Axis there. And he hits the tire tap there, so they are burning it right now. I know everyone in the stands right now watching on the stream, they got their Slurp jersey on. They are rooting for this guy to take 2 out of 3 here. As we're going to come to the white flag, and Slurp gets a very strong run here. So Axis takes the white flag. Here we are, Moto 3. This is for everything here, folks. Axis up front, Slurp in second. He sends it again. And he closes up on Axis a bit. It looks like Axis may have played it safe there and tried not to. Cheeto Pan, you got to get out of the way, my guy. Leaders come. Thank you, sir. We appreciate that. And Slurp is right there. So here we go. 1 lap left to go. Slurp is there. He can taste the blood. What's he going to do? They both go triple. Slurp. Oh, Slurp makes a mistake. He does not get the perfect step-on, step-out there. That may be all she wrote, folks. What does Slurp have left in the tank? Can he make something happen here? Can he make some magic happen? He gets through that section a little bit better, gets a nice wheelie scrub into the sand. Slurp is right there. One tiny mistake by Axis, and he is right there. As they head into the final right-hander there, Axis gets through clean. And Axis, by the grace of God, will hold on and be your winner of Moto3 and your overall. Slurp with a fantastic ride here tonight. Almost made the counter pass there. Comes home in second. Parker 7.574 battling with Hockey Drew. Oh, and Hockey Drew gets him at the finish. Hockey Drew with the final turn pass gets by Parker for third. Holy crap. Our Dizzle comes home in fifth. Yoshimura in sixth. Charlie in seventh. Squally in eighth. Windex 9, Cheeto Pen 10th, and Travis in 11th. Holy crap. Unbelievable race here, folks, all around. Axis somehow is able to capitalize there, makes his pass on Slurp with about 2.5 minutes left to go. Slurp was right on him and nearly made the pass back on the final lap there. That was unbelievable. What a great race. And then Hockey Drew, literally the final turn, gets the inside of Parker and makes the pass for third. Similar to how he passed Axis at the Heavyweight Invitational. Just forced himself right in there on the inside and made the pass. But holy crap, what a night of racing, folks. This was unbelievable. Again, another close race here for AOSX. The best of the best here competing tonight. Axis, congratulations on your win here tonight. So Axis goes 2-1-1. Slurp goes 1-2-2. And I'm just getting the results here. So again, it is a G Fuel sweep atop the standings. So Axis, your overall. Slurp second. Hockey third. Parker fourth. Yoshimura, great ride for Yoshimura. He comes home fifth overall tonight. Love to see that for him. Our Dizzle ties with Charlie, but gets the tiebreaker with that fifth place in Moto 3. Charlie comes home in seventh. Squale with a night he'll definitely want to forget. He comes home in eighth. Cheeto Pen ninth. El Windex 10th. Travis 11th. And Talon 214 rounding out the pack in 12th. But again, another amazing night of racing here, folks. Again, G Fuel putting on a show tonight. The Golden State Warriors of Supercross 4 putting it on here tonight. Congratulations once again to Axis. So this is his second win of the season after Slurp won the opener in AOSX Toronto. And we're going to get the boys here into a chat party here for some post-race interviews. So bear with me one moment and we will get that going here. All right, so I believe we have our winner and runner-up currently in the chat with us. So we'll wait for Hockey Drew to come in here if he wants to. If not, then...
Oh, yeah, I'll get him.
All right, so we'll give it a second here, and we'll get Hockey Drew in here to talk about his race, and we definitely want to talk to him about that pass and see what was going on in the game chat between himself and Parker there. But while we have you here, while we're waiting for our third place finisher Hockey to join the chat, I just want to remind you folks that round 4 of the AOSX Amateur Series will be this Monday night, this coming Monday, July 5th. And it will be from, well, actually, to be determined track since we do it at random now. But it is round 4, so go ahead and get signed up. Remember, if you qualified in the A main last week, you're automatically signed up. If not, please go ahead and sign up now. The link is in our AOSX bio in the link tree. But all right, it looks like we're all here now, so let's go ahead and congratulations to our G Fuel riders here. Axis, tell us about your race. Tell us first off about Moto 2, how that went for you. Or excuse me, Moto 1, I'm sorry.
So Moto 1 just pretty much started 10th or 11th. So I knew I got through the pack and was actually right behind Slurp the first lap, and then Windex sends the over-under and lands on me. And I go right back to like 9th, so then I just tried getting second and bringing that home so I could still have a chance, and that's what I did. And then Moto 2 was like with the lead group that time, so I knew if I was with the lead group and just could get the guys behind me, I knew I could pretty much just run away, and that's what I tried doing once I got by, was it Cheeto Pan? I think it was Cheeto Pan.
Yeah, Cheeto Pan was leading early there, and then you made the pass on him,
Yeah.
and pretty much at that point you checked out, and then you ended up throwing your fastest lap of the night in that moto
just
with the
tried
108.8.
checking out.
Yep.
And then third race, we all started in the back, me, Hockey, and Parker, and
Bro, Windex
Slurp.
was gay.
Hockey, come on, man. We're streaming right now.
Not gonna lie, I can't agree. He took me out 3 times today. But in the third main, we all were kind of in the back, and then there was some epic like 5 bike crashes.
Yeah.
But then once we got through that, it was just me and Slurp, and then I was riding behind him, and I'm like usually when I'm behind him, I don't know why, but I just make small little mistakes, and he was hitting his marks every lap. But then I finally was able to put in a few clean laps. And then that one lap, I don't know how I pulled that pass off. I'm not gonna lie. That was one of those
sick.
like in the moment, like instinct random passes. And then once I passed him, I had the clear track that I like and was able to just bring it home, even though he did almost get me on the last lap.
Yeah, so I actually want to go back to that pass that you made there. So the bridge jump is definitely something that looked like different strategies for a lot of riders. Slurp, I think were you scrubbing it somehow, or you were just more going at an angle?
No, what I was doing is I was tugging to the inside because I saw a line when the track first came out that there's like a smooth rut, like a big smooth rut going up the face of it. Mm-hmm. And if you stay to the left, it's like all choppy and you kind of almost like nose pick, and it's like you stay really high. So I just kind of hugged the inside of the bales coming off that fast start straight. And then I just go to the inside and stay slower, and it's safer, obviously.
Yeah. And Axis, how did when you made that dive to the inside on the bridge jump, was it just a complete do or die pass, or were you confident enough that with that that drive that you would still be able to make it stick?
It kind of turned into I kind of was sending that over under like all night. Like I was pretty sure I was one of the farthest senders.
Yeah.
Like I was pretty much almost landing in the corner every time. So I started doing that in the third main even more, like just pushing it even more than that.
Yeah.
And then kind of misjudged it, not gonna lie. Like I thought I would land right behind Slurp, but for some reason I got enough drive from sending it to pretty much land side by side, and it just turned into the perfect block pass. And
yeah, and kudos to Slurp for kind of seeing that coming. And I don't know if you let up Slurp or if you were planning on going outside anyway, but the fact that you were able to check up with there and keep both of you up at top and not crashing, good move by both of you. But yeah, no, Slurp, you put in a hell of a ride, man. Obviously, Moto 1 taking the win there, and the third Moto, you were hauling there. And on the broadcast, if you guys end up rewatching it later, one of the main points I was saying is that I didn't know if Axis made that pass too soon, because of all the guys, Slurp, you're obviously one of the few that can mount a counter charge and see if throw it back at him and see if you can force a mistake on him. And headed into that final lap, man, you were right there on him.
Yeah, that was awesome. That race, that third moto was amazing. I mean, me and Axis normally during the week we don't really battle all too much. That was a crazy battle. Yeah, props to him. He kind of just like completely blindsided me when he launched that bridge. I was not expecting
Charlie,
that.
Can you fix your fucking internet?
Shut up.
God damn it, Dizzle.
Okay. Dizzle.
Disregard that.
That's Dizzle, everybody. But anyway, yeah, he just blindsided me, and I respect it, dude. He just sent it and went up the inside, and then I actually kind of got like mad, like, and I was like, okay, that was insane. Now I need to try to stay with him or try to pass him back or something. So I just clicked in like a bunch of low 109s for the last part of that race and just followed him.
Yeah.
And in the first rhythm, when you come back onto the start, I cased it, and I knew I was gaining time on him there.
Yep.
But unfortunately, the last lap I messed it up, so I was further back. So, but I tried. Props to Axis. I mean, he's the best guy in the game. So yeah, I'm gonna take a second. I'm happy with that, man.
He was telling me that his dad watched him when I passed him. He was like, "What is this guy doing?"
Well, the one thing I'll say, Slurp, that I noticed the difference between your Moto 1 ride and your Moto 3 ride was the fact that you were comfortable up front, obviously, in Moto 1, and Axis was trimming the lead on you. He cut it about in half.
Yeah.
But in Moto 3, the two of you, I mean, obviously, once you guys both got through the field and were gone, it was legitimately about a second and a half for about 8 minutes straight. Like, you two were just matching each other's pace lap for lap.
Yeah, that's one thing I noticed, because that kind of caught me off guard too. So like almost got in my head in a little bit, because in the first two motos I was like clearly faster than him. Like I was definitely catching him and definitely pulling away in both. And then the third one, here he comes, literally we're like yo-yoing, and I didn't really expect that. So
Yeah, no, that was definitely fun to watch. And if you guys go back and watch the broadcast, obviously the two of you were featured mainly in that moto. Everyone else is kind of spaced out there. But last but not least, Hockey Drew over here, Mr. Consistency with a 3.33 on the night. You had to charge in the first two motos. You got some pretty bad starts, if I recall, there, Hockey. And then in Moto 3, we were right there on you as you made the diving inside pass at the final turn on Parker to force him wide and take that spot by, I think, half a wheel you got him by, dude.
Yeah.
So tell us about your night. How'd you feel out there?
Well, I didn't execute the starts like everyone thinks I do. Got all three shitty starts, so. But each main, I just try to stay with everyone's, because every time I race this game, I usually crash first lap and it's over. But managed to stay up mostly every main, and then from there I was like, I know I can't run these guys' pace, so I'm just not gonna crash, and hopefully they crash. And unfortunately, I'm too consistent in this game just to go fast, so I get 3.33. That's your result right there, man.
Hey, it's a
the
point salvaging night, man.
Tonight. Compared to Denver, where everyone's just dying every left and right, the consistency tonight was like the exact opposite.
Yeah.
I just can't find speed, but I love not crashing. That's my favorite thing to do.
That's Ryan Dungey, folks. No, but good ride, Hockey, and honestly, just seeing you make that last turn pass again was just as exciting as that battle to the finish from Slurp and Axis. So good ride from you. You're going to get some definite space now, since Squally had a very tough night with an 8th overall.
Yeah.
So
Heard he was lagging a lot.
He was,
Dude,
yeah.
He booted me.
Yeah, I saw some lag from Squally and Charlie on the night. I know we'll be getting a couple of protests just based off some of the messages I saw, but at a certain point, you can only protest lag so much. But
Exactly, that's why I don't worry.
yeah, but either way, fantastic night of racing here for round 3, our first Triple Crown at AOSX Monaco. Again, our top 12 here tonight are auto qualified for round 4 next Friday night, same time, same place. We have our Amateur Series round 4 also this coming Monday, the 5th. 8 p.m. Eastern. And then on Monday as well, the signups for the AOSX Civil War will officially be open. We will be posting the official battleground map showing where you'll be registered and what region you'll be qualified in. So be on the lookout for that. Any final words from our podium riders tonight?
Nothing.
Oh, one thing, Corey, that track was badass. Okay, I'm just letting you know that track was sick.
Thanks, Slurp. I appreciate that, man. Hopefully we'll see this track on Supercross since it's a contest track.
I need a win.
Oh, nice.
That's all I gotta say.
Triple Crowns are stressful. I like 20-minute
Yeah, very
Yeah.
stressful.
For sure, no, definitely. So that's why now the rest of the series, every round will be Triple Crowns. I'm just kidding.
No.
Great.
Dang it.
Awesome.
All right, everyone. Well, thank you so much for tuning in here for round 3 at AOSX Monaco. Again, we'll see you Monday night for round 4 of the Amateur Series, and then next Friday night for round 4 of the Pro Series. This has been SX Corey, again, finally back after a couple of week hiatus. We thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you on Monday.
All right.